Thank you very much, Dr. Walensky. I would like to now discuss the COVID-19 boosters, particularly in the context of the fourth dose of an mRNA boost. Let's take a very quick update and overview of the situation that we're in right now. So several studies have shown that COVID-19 vaccine booster shots protect against serious illness, hospitalizations, and even death. That's a well-established fact now. And the CDC recommends everyone aged 12 and older to receive a COVID-19 vaccine booster after completing their primary vaccination series. And certain individuals can now receive two booster doses, people who are moderately or severely immune compromised, as well as adults 50 years of age or older. Next slide. And as we know, on March 29th, the FDA authorized second booster doses of two COVID-19 vaccines for older and immunocompromised individuals. And the CDC recommend that same day that additional boosters can now be used for certain individuals. Let's take a look at the data behind those decisions. So the first booster doses restore the waning vaccine effectiveness of a primary vaccine series, including against severe disease. The effectiveness of the first booster dose, we know, wanes over time. And growing evidence indicates that a second COVID-19 dose can restore vaccine effectiveness for certain populations, and albeit the data now, at least for the short term, and we look forward to longer term data. Next slide. So let's take a look at some of the Israeli studies. There are a few of them that are really quite telling. One from Bar-On, looking at more than 1 million people who are age 60 or older and eligible for the fourth dose. And in that study, an additional booster dose of the Pfizer product at 4 months resulted in a twofold lower rate of confirmed infection and a 4.3-fold lower rate of severe illness. In another study, next slide, again from Israel by Arbel, about 500,000 members of a health services group, again, age 60 years of age or older, and now during an Omicron surge, individuals who received a second booster dose of the Pfizer product at 4 months had a 78% reduction in death compared to those who received only the first boost. And on the next slide, this is rather dramatically shown by this Kaplan-Meier shot, where you see here in the pink-red the first booster, namely a third dose, and then in the lighter blue color, you look at the mortality rate of individuals who received the second booster or the fourth dose. Next slide. And yet again, in another study by Gazet, in almost 100,000 people at a different healthcare service, when you looked at the fourth dose and compared it to the third dose, there was an 86% vaccine effectiveness against severe disease. Next slide. Now, what we're doing at the NIH, looking forward about fourth doses that might be available for people in the longer range, we want to do better than just what we have. So there's now a new study that we just recently launched called COVAL. And what we'll be doing is assessing different fourth doses that are either ancestral strain or variant specific in the first phase of the study. In the second phase of the study, we're planning on looking at different vaccine platforms for the purpose of getting a great durability than we currently have. Next slide. And let me close by again just bringing to the attention of the audience covid.gov, where we can get one-stop shopping of all the information that you'll need to help you navigate decisions about vaccines and about testings.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.